Okay, so we're gonna do a little attack from the back today, something a little unorthodox that I've used. I actually used 6 times today in training to warm up, just to make sure I had all the details down. And it really works. It works gi too, but I really find that like in the gi, kind of on the back, we're really going for that collar. You know what I mean? You really want to go for those collar chokes because they're so abundant, they're so, you know, high percentage. So with NoGi, you kind of got to get a little bit more inventive because you have your rear naked chokes, you have your other little stuff, but this is a really cool choke in the back. So I'm gonna get Dave's back, and I'm gonna get a seat belt and go to this side, right? Because I always want to be on this side, right? I never want to be on the other side because then that gives him an opportunity to escape. Gabe actually wants to be on the other side, right? Okay, so what I like to do from here is I switch to a Kimura grip. I find that this gives me a lot of control no matter what happens. So no matter which side he rolls to from here, I can really hold the back very well. Not to say sometimes they'll get their hooks out. They'll get my hooks out, and it happens a lot. So what happens is they'll get that out, they'll sit their hip over, and I'll have to chair sit. So I'll come up, and I'll chair sit, and I'll work to get my hooks back. And because I have a Kimura grip, I can go to this side, right? It's not gonna be the end of the technique. So let's say we're over here, and what we're gonna do is, so Gabe starts getting my hooks out, boom, he hops over, start to go, I keep my chest tight, and I keep the Kimura in, right? Keep my chest tight, and the Kimura still in, right? So I'm over the top of his head. I'm gonna sit up, come here. From here, I have to go here, okay, to the other side. And I really like that thumb out. If you catch yourself doing this, just change it, because it's a better grip. You don't want to grip it like this, you want to grip it like this, okay? So naturally he's gonna be defending his neck, things of that sort. I'm gonna pull this leg out, and all I'm looking for is a little space right here. I'm gonna slide this in, come across, and lock up this triangle right here. From here, I'll let go of the hand. They'll be trying to escape, they'll try and walk around. All I'm looking for is I'm waiting for this leg. If I get this leg within reaching distance, I'm gonna reach down, grab. Some people, I'm just gonna pull right here, boom, and they'll tap. Other people, I get them all the way back here. And either the stretch here, or the stretch in their head going down, will tap them, okay? If you can't reach that, boom, right there. So it's a real strong double attack. That's very high percentage. And the cool thing about this is, like with a rear naked choke, it kind of has to be like, boom. You know what I mean? It's in when like you see that opening. This one's more of like slow setup. You know what I mean? And you're not risking position. So we go over, boom. You can see I'd go to chair sit. Okay. So I'm gonna be right here. With this grip, you have to have confidence in this grip that it works. Okay. If he tries to roll to the top, I'll just hold it straight, and he won't be able to come up. I can even just throw my leg over and start working for an arm bar. You know what I mean? But for this triangle choke, I'm gonna come here, and I wanna go toes in first. If I see his arms reaching behind, whatever, I can always just take advantage of that. So it comes through, and goes right here.
Can you do this from the S mount when you're on the arm?
We'll see. And then go right here, and then lock up your triangle, and you can let go. Okay, from here, relax. You're in no hurry, right? From here, you can start to grab the arm, force his head down. You can push his head down here. You can start working for that leg. I like to come to this side, and I don't know what it is. Everybody tries to escape. They try to bring I see everybody try to shrimp, but when they do, I grab. And that's when I really force your hips down, and it gets them. It's really strong choke, like really strong and very hard to get out of. You know what I mean? Yeah? I didn't see it. Can you go through this? But do you see all the different opportunities to finish? The cool thing about that is like you get to that position, you get in the spot, and the next thing you know, you really have like a buffet of things you can try. You know what I mean? So you can really like go over here, some mashed potatoes, some, you know, carrot souffle.
Wrong line of conversation is wrong week.
Everybody dieting, and everybody's like, man, I don't want to eat that. So Scott, you were asking from the S mount?
Yeah, when you go for an arm bar, because sometimes I get stuck with my foot on the hip when I'm going for an arm bar, and like I was wondering, can you transition to that triangle? Or you just
we'll have to play with it, but I'm sure you could. I'm sure you could. Anytime they expose the back.
I do that triangle the other way, but that way looks like sometimes, you know what I mean. Sometimes
you don't want to do it the other way. You want to have your foot on the outside. Your foot's.
No, I know exactly what you're saying, but I'm saying I'll do it the other, like that other triangle when you grab the arms.
Okay. So yeah, just do it this way. I don't know what you're doing, but like this is the one that works from here. Yeah.
Does that submit your knee at all when you're pulling your leg?
You can feel more like a hamstring
But
stretch.
it can't be interpreted as a knee bar.
Oh no, it's not a knee bar.
Okay.
It won't be interpreted as a knee bar. There's no joint attack. You would have to control this joint to submit this joint. You know what I mean? So you have to, anytime you submit a joint, you always want to. If I'm going to submit the wrist, I have to control this. Elbow here.
100% IBJJF legal.
100%. Yeah, there's nothing illegal about this technique whatsoever. And like I said, the beautiful thing about it is you take your time setting it up, and it really, really works well. You know what I mean? You ready to see it one more time?
Yes.
Okay.
We need the transition like from back to triangle.
Okay, cool. No problem. So here, we're here, okay? From here, I like to roll my hand and get the Kimura grip. I really like this grip, okay? So here, the downfall is he can go for the hooks because I'm not really in a position to rear naked choke him. Even if I grab here, my arm's stuck, right? So he can't have one arm free to step over my hooks. He gets his butt out. If I don't address this, like he can't come to the top if I suck. I just let him happen, you know what I mean? But really, truly, if I keep this tight, I understand that I've lost my hooks. Okay, that's you have to understand when a position's lost. Okay, keep this tight. Come out. Chair sit. Okay, bring it up. So you're sitting just like this. Looking for that. All I need is a little gap right here. Smallest little gap. And like I can have his head like this and do it, or I can have it like this. It really doesn't matter. You know, the only thing you can't have is if it's like this. Obviously, it's not gonna work. So come through, across. You can even switch if you're having trouble. Oh. Okay, so you have submission there, submission there, submission there, submission here, pull back, submission here, push forward, and grab the leg and submit like that as well.
Now, is there a reason you grab the leg? I mean,
yeah, when I grab the leg, it's done.
So it's not going to push his head?
Oh yeah, when I grab the leg and I'm pulling this, it drives his head down and chokes him.
I guess I'm saying, is there a situation where you would have to grab his leg instead of pushing his head?
This would always be higher percentage.
Okay, that's fine.
This may not be perfect.
Okay.
But this right here, when you pull up on it, not only does it push that down, but also stretches this really bad.
Okay.
It's very painful. Got some people's minds are like, panic mode, quit. You know what I mean? And on top of the fact that they're choking.
I've seen that you're also kind of pushing your hips forward a little bit at the same time.
Yeah.
That's just a little line.
Yeah, you always want to keep, what's up guys? So then you want to use your hips forward, you know, and yeah.
Are you pushing, are you putting any pressure on this, on the kind of the angle that you have on your knee?
You know how when you have a triangle?
Yeah.
You raise up, it's the same thing.
Okay.
Same thing.
All right.
So extend your hips and engage your hips. And it'll be good. Got it? 1, 2, 3.